What's up, everybody? How's it going? It's been a little bit, especially since I made a strictly Magic the Gathering kind of video. But today, I'm proud to show off my first graded card I've ever received. It's got some pretty good scores, but the corners, unfortunately, are a little, off. I haven't really compared it to another card between the glass, especially since this is my only graded card. It is number 344 of the Unique Art Praetors. And it is featuring Jin-Gitaxias and the Great Synthesis. So, the long story short, yeah, man, this is my first graded card. I actually did not get this card sent for grading. I bought it off of, a secondhand guy, market guy, and it was already graded in 8.5. While that's all, obviously it says near mint to mint plus, which I guess would be like gem mint or pristine. An 8.5 isn't really anything to write home about. I'm not too much of an expert, obviously, of graded cards and everything, but from my understanding is if you open a card from a pack and immediately send it off to grading, it's gonna be like an 8. Unless it, it really messed up on the centering or the edges or something, and it got a bad score on it. It might be a 7. But no card without some wear is gonna really be below a 7.5 or 8, really. So when you get to that 8.5 to 10 range, especially a pristine gem mint kind of 10, I don't know if 10 is the super illustrious grade where only 10 is gem mint, but I know that there's a pristine and gem mint rating for PSA. I'm not, like I said, I'm not too super familiar, but an 8.5, that means this card is in a little bit higher condition than others. Centering is actually really important if you're trying to get into serial number collecting of Magic the Gathering. The centering is really important. I try to avoid listings that don't have pictures, just because they could send you a near mint, but I guess the way they print them, they don't want any I have a theory that they are trying incredibly hard. They did not want more than 500 of these Jin-Gitaxias to exist, or any other serial numbered card for that matter, but I would say especially for this or these Praetors. So I have a theory that they just print them once without a trial print even, or calibrating the machine to a fine-tooth comb. They don't want any excess serial numbered cards ever escaping or coming to surface. So in my theory, they do a one-time printing of these cards, especially these ones with unique art. So the centering is really something to look out for. You never really get them with roller lines or anything, but the centering, it's the most important thing to check for a serial numbered card. That's why the centering on this is a 9, and I felt compelled to buy it. I didn't really pay a premium as far as this card's concerned for it being graded, like you see. I didn't really pay. I probably could have shaved off, if I waited or could tell the future or something, I probably could have saved $100 buying a not graded version. But at the time, I didn't care, and I'll let it be known, I didn't buy this sucker yesterday or anytime recent. I bought this in 2023, I'm quite sure, if not really early 2024. So this video's been a long time in the making. I haven't really gotten around to it. I sort of wanted to collect my thoughts on it, and life just is happening. Everyone experiences life, and I'm trying to get more consistent on my videos and blah blah blah. But some other things I want to talk about while I have a really super high-end serial numbered card. If you're new to the channel or this is the first video you've seen, I am incredibly bullish, or maybe I'm not even bullish. I'm a huge fan of serialization of Magic cards. I think having Magic cards that you would want to get graded, especially Legendary Creature not bulk. It can be your commander. Your commander can sit in a graded case, all the same as any other card. So, meanwhile, I am bullish, but I'm not like taking out loans to buy serial numbered cards or buying them every week. You know, I buy them when I can. I'm responsible. I like to think so with my money. I park my money in my important things, max out my retirement accounts, blah, blah, blah. I've allocated my cash well, in my opinion. So, as far as the future of serial numbered cards is concerned, I am bullish. I think that obviously they can ruin it. Like, a way they could ruin it is by having serial numbered cards repeated and repeated over and over again. Like, if they did this art on Jin-Gitaxias and did like 501 to 1,000, I feel like that can, that would be a really dumb business decision to do. Although I feel like at that point they would be purposefully killing serial numbered cards because they make new cards all the time. There's so many legacy cards everyone knows, everyone loves to make serial numbered cards for. They would really have to like shit the bed to ruin this concept for people like me who are very much into the idea of it. But my favorite ones are definitely Commander staples. I'm a Commander player. There's very few and far between serial numbered cards that I buy that I don't play. It is incredibly rare. It is incredibly, incredibly rare for me to buy one that I will not play in a deck. Now, granted, this is probably the closest one will ever be because, it's just the Commander is okay. Playing it as a Commander is a fine enough option. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, mana value 3 or greater, draw a card. This becomes really busted when your deck becomes optimal, like a more optimal mono blue list, because that makes it so your Fierce Guardianship draws you a card, your Force of Will draws you a card, your Force of Negation draws you a card, Commandeer will draw you a card, Misdirection. It makes all these free counter spells replace themselves. So it's like, yeah, you gotta have 2 cards in your hand and pitch one, but at the end of the day, it's really just like casting any other counter spell, but it's 0 mana. So this is actually a really interesting Commander, which is why I really don't mind that it's graded, because I probably wouldn't play it in the 99 of anything. I might build it, do a deck tech around it, just because I have this version. It'd be super cool, super awesome to play it and pilot it and be able to watch this Commander in action. The foiling on it is so beautiful. But in the future, I'm bullish on Magic serialized cards. I think as long as they don't ruin and destroy the concept and just sort of like do the same cards all the time and stick to new cards, and if they do repeat the cards and make them drastically different, I even though that is a bit of a stretch, I feel like that's stupid. I think I would take bulk, honestly, before I took repeats of cards. Like, I would rather have, unironically, a serial numbered Null Drifter than for them to do Shocklands again. I would rather have serial numbered Hatsune Miku cards than for them to do any of the Brothers War schematics again. That's how I feel about it. People might disagree, or maybe not. I'm not even saying like the schematic as far as like the schematics. I'm saying like the same ones. And I know they did Chromatic Lantern again, which is really stupid and cringy to me, but I digress. I think as long as they stay away from that path, which it seems like they are, I'll be happy. That being said, Innistrad Remastered is coming out. Really excited to see what serial numbered cards are going to be in that. I know I'm saving up money to buy some of those, so be on the lookout for those videos. And I really hope to get my hands on some of those cards that come out in there. The Innistrad has some heat to it, man. I'd love a serial numbered Griselbrand, and many of the other legends in there. Edgar Markov, dude. Oh my gosh. I don't really know too much about it. I know it comes out like late January, I think. But, we'll be here for that. So, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here. If you don't mind, please like and subscribe. So I'm trying to get to 1,000 so I can start getting paid for my videos and all that good jazz. But other than that, have a beautiful day. Every day's a good day when you make it a good day. And I'll catch you all in the next one.